That voice. That smell. My love. Is that you? After so long, you have returned to me, my love. Finally, we will be together. Forever. I live again. The Pharaoh of this land lives once more. It has been so long since I have been able to stretch. I enjoy a good nap as much as the next Pharaoh, but that felt a few thousand years too long. Look at you. So handsome, so perfect. A bit shorter than I remember, but that's okay. I think you look good enough to eat, my dear. Who am I? Isn't it obvious? I do hope you know a thing or two about the history of this land. It would be poor form to rule over a land you barely know. Yes, rule. Tell me, can you read the inscription on the walls? You can? Oh, good. That will make this all much easier. It speaks of a hollow Pharaoh. A legend. Oh, no, my dear. My story is quite real as my flesh and blood. Here, feel. Feel that? My breasts are as flawless and perfect as the day that I was buried. Thank goodness for my spells preserving my bodies. I would hate to have to undergo the old-fashioned mummification process. All that organ removal and such. No, thank you. Oh, yes. The legend of the Hollow Pharaoh. You know it, I assume. A human woman is chosen by the gods to lead her people into a new golden era. God, Bes and his female counterpart, Beset, chose one young woman, turning her into an immortal pharaoh. Of course, the gods Bes and Beset were gods of fertility, sexuality, and the protection of children. So, the young woman they chose was transformed by their magic into a body built for fertility and sexuality, as you can clearly tell from my body. You know, I wasn't always the Hollow Pharaoh. I was also the beautiful Pharaoh, the gorgeous Pharaoh, the radiant Pharaoh. You still look so confused, my love. Do I need to spell it out for you, darling? Do you find it so hard to believe? I am the Hollow Pharaoh. blessed with immortality and with the duty of leading my people into a golden age of peace, prosperity, and love. The very same from the legend you know of. But the truth is, I am quite real. Once my duty was over, I put myself to sleep. You do know how the story ends, don't you? I ruled for thousands of years. I had many friends and servants. But there was one thing I would never have. A love to call my own. All I cared about would eventually grow old and die. And I would be left to move on. Watching all the people you love pass away. It is a pain I can hardly describe. One of my handmaidens had a betrothed, a lover that I wanted, that I laid in bed dreaming of. He was a good man, handsome, kind, and an excellent lover for what I heard. I loved you. It was my greatest sin to want a man that was promised to another. For all my power and all of my strength, I could not have you. And I knew that I could demand you, take you away from her without any fear of punishment. But it would have been wrong. So I watched as you grew old with another woman. You grew old and eventually passed on. I continued to rule for decades, but I felt empty inside. And that was how I got the name Hollow Pharaoh. I was a kind ruler, but all could see how broken I was. How empty I felt, knowing all I loved would eventually die. I was lost and alone. But I prayed to the gods for help. Bes and Beset then gave me a vision in my dreams that if I put myself into a sarcophagus and slept once my duty to my people was done, I would be awakened by the reincarnation of the man that I loved. And here you are, darling. I am so glad to see you again. You look so much like him. Little differences here and there, but you've returned to me. My love, I know you do not remember me, but I assure you, you and I are destined to be together forever. Nothing can stop us now. The handmaiden you married is no longer with us. She did not deserve your perfection, but I do. Look at me. I'm far more beautiful than she ever was. And my beauty is eternal. I will never grow old. And if you love me, nor will you. Please, don't leave. Don't I deserve the happy ending that I always wanted? I hated watching you two together. She lived a life of servitude to me, but I lived centuries in service to my people. I protected and led them even as people doubted and vilified me. You are my reward. You are my soulmate. You are destined to be mine forever. We are bound to one another for all eternity. Never again shall death take you. Never again will we be apart. Our souls are bonded to one another for all of time. And with my magic, you will be rendered immortal just like me. You don't believe me. My love, we are destined to be together. Why do you think you were so driven to find my tomb? To find me? Your interest in ancient Egypt, your love of the language and culture, your natural understanding of the mysticism and religions. You and I are quite literally meant to be. I know that this is a lot to take in. I won't do anything you don't want me to. But I need you to understand that I am being genuine. I would never lie to you. I really do love you. Ask me anything. Just please don't leave me. Not again. What do I want? You. I want to kiss you and love you. I want you to relieve me of a millennia worth of sexual frustration. What else do I want? To bring in an age of peace, my love. An age of not just peace, but peace, love, and prosperity for all people of my kingdom. You know the stories, yes? I never abused my people. I never punished anyone unjustly, and I was always willing to forgive if someone was repentant. I was a just and forgiving Pharaoh to them. Under my rule, all were treated equally and well. No matter their race, species, gender, sexuality, all were at peace. Demians and humans, living side by side in peace. That is all I want. What if people don't want my rule? I would be hurt and confused, but I would never force my authority on others. Honestly, if I had to pick, I'd rather spend an eternity with you. I do not need this power, nor my title as Pharaoh. I need you. I love you. Your body still feels as warm as it did before. What of my body, my love? How does it feel? Do you love the feel of my large, soft breasts? My slender fingers stroking your skin? I know you always wanted me. Whatever infatuation you had for my handmaiden, you always wanted me. You lusted after me. You love. I love you, my dear. I have loved you for thousands of years. I have longed for your body, writhed on my body for hours, restless with fantasies of you. Can't you feel it? My heart beats again for you. I love you. You do not want to live forever? My love, you will not be alone. You will have me forever. Not to mention the paradise we will create together. Imagine a sparkling, shimmering oasis, as big as an entire city, stretched out from one wall to another, where all are safe, protected, and cared for. I will create a paradise within this desert, and you will stand atop it as king. Your word will be law, just as my own is. Any enemies you will have will be smited, any rivals imprisoned, and most importantly, you will have me. I will be yours, at your beck and call, ready to please you, my king, my master. Think about it. You will be ruler of this land, rich in power, in wealth, ruling over a perfect land, as we bring a new golden age across the land. Ah, I see it. It's tempting, isn't it? You can have whatever you want, if you simply take me as yours. Riches, food, women, power. You want it, don't you? Don't you want my power, riches, women? You can have whatever you want. You wish for me to stop talking about the other benefits. You wish to simply learn about me. Very well, my love. Let us get to know one another. My favorite color? I suppose I've always liked the color blue. One of my happiest memories is looking at the sea for the first time. It was breathtaking. What would I be if I was not a pharaoh? Thousands of years of life, and I have never really given it that much thought. A warrior? No, I do not have the heart. A healer? No, I do not think I could play such a role. Oh, I know. I would be a dancer. I would love to be a dancer, to spin and twirl my body to a beautiful song. And honestly, I always liked it when my people stared at me with lust. There is a joy to being desired like that. You know, I always feared being seen as vain, but I liked wearing jewelry. I liked wearing beautiful dresses and gowns. I loved it. I wonder if some of my dresses were buried with me. Oh, I had this beautiful sapphire dress given to me by some ancient Roman leader long ago. Do I miss my world? I miss parts of it. It was always so hard seeing my people, leading them. Half the time, it seemed like they didn't want to be led, and other times, they seemed ready to tear each other to pieces. But I always strove to help them, to make things better. All I ever wanted when I was young was the chance to help people, to make it so others have a better life. I hope I can do that again in this era. And I hope that I can do it with you by my side. Why did I stop? It was my time to rest. I had helped my people for thousands of years. And it was time for a new Pharaoh to take her place on my throne. Besides, it might sound selfish, but I was okay with giving up my role and power if it meant being with you again. Of course, I love you that much. I love you more than that. I love you a lot. Words fail me. But my love for you is eternal, blazing like the light of Ra himself. I would do anything for you. I would wait another eternity just for the chance to be with you. I love you so much. You kissed me. You kissed me. You love me, yes. You want me. You love me like I have loved you all this time. You're blushing. How adorable. You will be my king, won't you? You will rule this land alongside me. You will. Yes. Yes, yes. Come here, my darling. Let me cover you in kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, my love, you have made me so happy. I promise, I will be your wife forevermore. And I will grant you power, bestow upon you riches, whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. Imagine I am your genie, but there are no limits to your wishes. Not as long as you love me. It was worth it. Waiting for thousands of years. It was all worth it, just for this moment. Now then, my king, before we rule this land together, I ask you to help me with your first royal duty. I want you to fuck me. I want you to pound my tight little pussy and make love to me. I want you, my king. I have been asleep for so long, touching myself to the thought of you. Now, make my dreams come true.